Hello, lovelies. I'm
Hi, you beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel.
yep. All right. For this reading, we want to take a quick look at Joy Ann Reid. As most of you know, she was relieved of her position at MSNBC, and last Monday was her last day.
He was fired.
Yes,
You're fired.
yeah. And today is March 1st, 2025, as we're recording this. So I believe it was this past Monday that,
24th.
that she was, yeah, that was her last day within MSNBC. And my personal belief is that Joy is going to soar on her own. But we wanted to do a reading and see what the cards said. So let's do it. Let's get into this. Jane, what deck are you using? Are you
I
using
am using my usual Rider Waite deck.
traditional Rider Waite? Okay. Smith
Yep.
Rider.
And I've got one light shadow card
Okay.
that I used as a signifier for Joanne because what it says for her is exactly right. Since I met you, my mind has expanded to so many new ideas and ways of thinking, enhancing my brain power like never before. Joy Ann is the Ace of Swords. She is a sharp tool. She is a sharp woman. She is smart. She's gorgeous. Hey, I know gorgeous when I see it, but she is a hell of a reporter. And the fact that she was out and out fired tells me that there was more to this than meets the eye.
Yep.
All other people of color that had their own programs on MSNBC no longer do. They've whitewashed the company. It is all white, mostly all the time. And I think that comes down to the absolute cowardice of the owner. That's my opinion. I mean,
Um,
yeah,
I
it's
have I
so
have I have a very quick prediction.
it's going to come back to bite him on the butt.
Oh boy, is it ever.
He is
Because
really going to regret this. Yeah.
I happen to adore Joy Reid. I really admire her, and I will follow her for sure.
She lands, be it a podcast, another station. Yeah, I agree with you completely. It'd be like um, the unbelievable would be in Rachel Maddow walking from MSNBC. And I suspect when her contract's up, she's going to. Um, she is too good for them,
Right?
just like Joy is.
Yep.
I'd like to
Especially
see
now
them get into.
with the
It'd be interesting if they started their own network.
ooh, wow, that's an interesting idea.
Yeah, it just popped into my brain. But
So,
my tarot reading, very traditional.
yep. Okay, you
Is
go. I'm gonna
yep.
mute.
I've got the covering to the signifier is the Five of Wands. And this is a hidden battle. It seemed to be friendly at first. I don't believe it stayed that way. Um, it was crossed by money, by business. This is the owner of the company. And he decided, in his infinite wisdom, that the audience wants white people. Again, this is my opinion, not necessarily Lynn's, not necessarily what's real, but this is my opinion. What he wanted is to grow his market, and losing Joy Ann Reid and pushing other really great newscasters, such as Jose Diaz-Balart, off of their own programs, is actually going to turn his business on MSNBC on its head. Um, the foundation for that is he feels embattled because he's getting pressure from the White House because, they want all white all the time. And he's feeling the financial heat. And so he's making these decisions not based on what's best for the news program, what's not what's best for the audience, but his perception thereof. This is Joy. This is her teaching us that all is not what it seems. There's a balance to all things. There's so much hidden. She's leaving. So, Mr. I need all white all the time is going to step in, and he thinks his business is going to flourish. That's his dream. I have the Nine of Cups. Mr. I want it all, MSNBC head, on top of this. The foundation of his actions, King of Swords reversed. That is changing his business model to all white all the time, doing some navel gazing of his own in the hopes that he can attract Mr. Trump's audience of MAGAs, leaving Joy Ann in an untenable position. I believe she had choices. I think she may have been able to stay, but step down from her role. I don't know for sure. I wasn't in the room, but I think leaving the channel was what she felt she had to do for herself under the circumstances. But I did take this out a bit. I took it out another 3 to 6 months. I see Joy Reid, wonderful Joy Ann. She's by herself and thinking, let me take this time to think what I want to do next, regroup and recharge. I am surrounded by people who care about me, and all of us who have been watching her over the years, we support what she does next. The foundation of her time will involve some traveling, some talking, some listening. And she's going to make her decision of what to do after that. She's going to have a few sleepless nights. She's afraid she's going to make the wrong choice and end up in a worse position than she was. But in reality, her future is going to unfurl in a way she cannot yet imagine. I believe that great things are waiting for Joy Ann. I really believe that. And I wish her the greatest, happiest success. Sorry, the light that turned off. Those of you who have met Micah, my parrot, he has a light that shines and gives him all the nutrition from sunlight that he would normally get. So it's on a timer. I do not have ghosts turning my lights off. Anyway, bright blessings, Joy Ann. We're here for you. Lynn, take it away. My turn to mute.
Okay, I got my microphone unmuted. Yay, me. All right, so this is the Yin Yang Insights Oracle cards. And my husband's sitting in the other room going, it's my deck. It's mine. I want you to know it's mine. It's mine. It's mine. I'm letting her use it. It's mine. Thank you, honey. I love you. And we are like this all the time. All right. So at the heart of this oracle reading is joy. Um, Obviously, there are situations that came up. Um, this might be karmic for her and for MSNBC. Like, I feel like this is going to have a karmic residue for MSNBC. Nope, I don't feel like it. There's justice. Yes, ma'am.
Karma, this is a pet peeve of mine. Karma is not something that is served to you during your lifetime. Karma is what comes on the next life cycle. What you're going to get here is justice.
Okay.
That's what we can get. There isn't instant karma. There's instant justice.
Okay.
Undone. Unrant.
Thank you. She and I are like this all the time too. Sorry. Um, anyway, so there's certainly going to be blowback to MSNBC. I don't know about you, but I have not watched Like as soon as 45 left office in 2020 when Joe Biden took over, I stopped watching then, and I for damn sure won't watch them now. Um, it has been fairly public information that they're not treating their hosts well, and this is just another example of that. And you hurt the people I love, and you know, I have things within my power too. All right, I'm going to move on now because that really sounded bad. Um, so for Joy, she is a person who generally holds herself in a high vibrational energy, and she knows her self-worth. She is not going to let anybody take advantage of her, and you go, girl. Sorry to coin it, but I am, because props to you. You need to know how loved you are and admired and respected. And I hope to do that, all those sentiments justice with this reading. Moving on. All right. Um, gosh, at the base of this reading is control and sabotage. Imagine, never mind. And oh look, there's a pattern. I don't know if you can see that or not. The bottom of the card, it talks about patterns and manipulation. There we go, trust issues. Um, but for sure there was manipulation of the situation. Allegedly. Allegedly. This is all alleged. In the past is suffering. Um, Again, this adds to Joy's knowledge of her self-worth and her value. And, she's been put through the paces, and she's not going to take that anymore. Why should she have to? Overarching energy is an unexpected storm. And here we have destruction and conflict. And I believe that this is, Jane talked about originally they started out as basically a gentle discussion, and then everything kind of fell apart and turned into ugliness. I think this is what this card represents as well. But that's that overarching energy in this reading. For her, coming to bear is self-nurturing. Like, I feel like this is a very reminiscent of a divorce. Give yourself a good 6 months to recover and to really find who you are again and what you want to be going forward. And I think she's going to take that time to do that. She's going to nurture, she's going to lick her wounds and heal. And it's a necessary recovery time. And there's that sense of self-compassion in this period for her. At the top of the reading is until death tear us apart. Ah, gosh. So money was at the base of this. I know that the from, I shouldn't say I know, from what I heard, um, was that the the hosts were asked to take a pay cut. And they brought Rachel Maddow back 7 day or 5 days a week, excuse me, but they all had a pay cut because of the lower viewership. And that is how they prefaced this situation. And I feel like Joy said, no, I'm not on board. Like, but
It's being reported that NBC is preparing to spin off MSNBC. Comcast is in charge, and Comcast is cutting them loose. This is why MSNBC is in trouble and why people are having to take pay
pay
cuts.
cut, interesting.
Yep, that's what it's saying online here.
Yeah. So while it has been ugly and it has been traumatic for Joy, there is still, she gets her wish. Her wish gets, it's fulfilled, and she finds her success and her happy outcome. And those are all based on her achievements. She is amazing. She's wicked good. And they lost one hell of a host. Um, she wants balance. She wants to be able to make decisions, to be autonomous, don't we all? Um, and to she wants to do things the right way. Like a lot of people who are in news, journalists, professional journalism has changed over the last 10 or so year, that they're not free to speak about all the truths. And she wants to speak about all the truths. And so many of them have done their independent thing and have found great success in doing so, because nobody is in charge of their paycheck telling them, no, no, put a break on that idea. You can't do that. So, and um, here again, she makes decisions that give her that balance that she wants. And this is union. It says soulmate energy, but what I'm really looking at here is the integration of yin and yang energies at the very bottom here. She's got it. And it may come at a different news organization, and it may not. It may be her own thing.
I'm going to say this again. I think I mentioned this before we started taping. I would love to see Joy Ann Reid and Rachel Maddow start their own channel, their own network, bring in folks like the Midas Touch and some of the other incredibly great independent news people to broadcast, to do their shows in a new format.
Yeah. So I pulled, this is a really large box. I pulled two cards, Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck. Um, I don't know if I can get it all in. Let me see if I, there we go. And it is by Amy and Nancy Brown. Amy Brown and Nancy Brown. There we go. Um, and the two cards that I pulled, the first one is called the Oldest Fairy, and the second one is Fire Dance. So let me read what these mean to you.
And readers, there's nothing wrong at all about consulting books, manuals, dictionaries of symbolism, whatever. If you are, especially with a new deck, read it.
Well, and this one comes with the book so that you have a definition of it, because there's like not a lot on the card. It's just the name of the card, the oldest fairy. And the back of it is that. There's nothing there to tell me what the oldest fairy means.
Yep.
But the reading of this, oh, it's good.
Okay.
So the oldest fairy, the key word here is timelessness. Isn't that just perfect here? Too often we view old age as a time of decline and illness, but aging has more to do with our belief systems than it has to do with the passing of time. Release all preconceived ideas of what getting older means. Keep busy, learn everything you can, do the things you like to do, and challenge yourself. Do not put limitations on yourself due to age. Look at the oldest fairy. He is hundreds of years old and still going strong. All the younger fairies come to him so he can share all the knowledge he has gained over his years. With age comes wisdom to those who choose to use their time on earth in a constructive way. So keep on living and learning and taking good care of yourself. The little ones need to have you around to tell them old tales and to guide their fresh young minds. Every person is useful down to their last moment on earth, for even in that last moment, one can impart wisdom. Visualize, speak, and think positively of your marvelous body. It birthed you into this world and will birth you into the next when the time is right. It gives you pleasure in many different forms and helps you learn what you came to earth to learn. Divine Spirit expresses itself through your body. If you chose this card today, it may indicate you need to spend some time with the elderly, either working with them or listening to them. If there are elders with great stories to tell, tape those stories now while they can still be captured. Make sure all that wisdom is not lost. Every person has a story and a lesson to impart. So that is lovely. All right. And the next one is 33. Excuse me, ma'am. Where are you going? Where do you think you're going? I have a cat trying to find her way in because it is 15 minutes after dinner time and her belly says it's dinner time.
It
So we
seems to
got to hurry. All right. So,
me I saw a
oh,
broadcast that Joy Ann did
I'm
where
sorry.
she talked about how families live generationally together and how that wisdom is imparted down to the next generation by the elders.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the next card is Fire Dance. And that's our fairy card. Okay, keyword here is fire energy. The fire dance represents the dance of life, for it is the giving of life, which is the function of the Kundalini energy force, also known as serpent energy. Kundalini is a natural sexual energy that is stored at the base of the spine. It is through this energy that life and creation are achieved. The Kundalini energy is a mighty force that should be allowed to awaken at its own natural pace. It will naturally open as you become more loving and more conscious of your own divinity and connection to spirit. Fire energy that is awakened too soon is at risk of misdirection. It is wiser to study, read, and work on your own spiritual understanding. This will gently let the fire energy rise. Balance is very important in this energy system and promotes well being on all levels. Though we refer to this as sexual energy, it is not limited to sexual use. All creation uses this energy. It is the creative force in the physical body. It is not completely dormant, even in the least enlightened being. This energy is in constant use daily in conjunction with all of your energy systems which all work together. This is a wonderful but very powerful energy which demands respect. This card may also indicate you have been feeling low in energy. If so, be sure to review your eating, exercise, and your sleep habits. And I'm going to toss this in here, or maybe some astrology to see how the planets are lining up. I don't know about you, but that has climbed this week. Indeed, it has. All right. Take good care of yourself and make a releasing of worries statement to yourself and the universe. Consult a doctor if you feel there is any real problem. If you would like to do an exercise to help your energy systems stay in top running order, then sit in a quiet, comfortable place and close your eyes. Slowly imagine breathing in and out each color of the chakra system. Oh, that's lovely.
Done that, the rainbow.
Yeah, well, I've done the rainbow, but I've done it through guided meditation and taking them deeper and
That's
deeper.
what they're talking about,
Yeah,
is going through those colors. It
yep,
slides through the chakras of the body.
yeah. Imagine breathing in a beautiful mist of each color. Breathe each color until it feels integrated within your body, and then move to the next. Soon you will feel more balanced and energized. That's it.
Okay. Maybe that's good advice for Joy as she recovers from all this trauma.
Yeah.
and drama.
Advice for all of us, frankly.
Yeah.
I firmly agree that that is a beautiful, yeah, wow. I really believe that Joy is going to land on her feet. I think, and not just land on her feet, but
She's going to
they
be able to
think
watch.
they think they've clipped her wings, and I think
I think they unbound them.
yes, exactly. Thank you. I see her soaring.
And I think it wouldn't hurt to message her and say, you and Rachel should start your own network. But hey, I might do that.
You go for it.
I do things like that. Yeah.
I know. Yeah. All right. Thank you so very much for joining us today.
Right. Blessings, everybody. Just remember, you are made of the stuff of stars and a good dose of magic.
You are far more powerful than you realize, and you are profoundly loved. Right. Blessings. Hope you have a really beautiful day. Bye now.
Bye.